Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rhinos back again with another video. So what I'm going to do today is, if you didn't notice earlier today, I uploaded a how-to with my ape hangers on my motorcycle, which I have here on camera, and it's the Street Glide that I have. I have a 2016 Street Glide if you didn't see that video. And today I'm just going to go over kind of, also, it's kind of a bonus upload, but I'm going to go over the wrap job that I put on it. So just go over some small details. Obviously, this was before I was recording everything, so I don't have any really like video footage on how to wrap, but I figured if I could at least tell you, then maybe you guys could like get an idea. There's millions of videos out there on YouTube that show you how to do it. Me, I just kind of went with my own taste. I was just gonna give you guys a couple like ideas if you ever want to do it to yours. So what I did is I pretty much went with the silver, as you can see in the thumbnail that I had. I went with a matte metallic silver. So it's a matte silver, but it also has like the metallic flake actually in it. So it has like a shine, but it's still flat when you're looking at it. So that's actually really cool. I figured it matches matte black. This was the original picture right here. This is me when I was taking all the parts off. So I ended up taking the tank off. I took my fairing off. Windshield came off. I took the bags, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's about it. So I left the back fairing, which I'll get to a different picture. I left this side cover casing here. I left the front fairing, and yeah, I just wrapped the bigger pieces. So as we get into this, actually from this picture too, just to let you guys know, I actually painted these front forks myself. I painted this front cover. This was all chrome. So I painted these. I painted my, if you noticed, I painted matte black, the air breather cover, or gloss black. I think it was matte black. And then I ended up, on the other side, I did a horn cover as well, which you'll also see when we get into it. So on this next picture, as you could see, this is where I did the wrap, and this is where I ended up. I also bought a pinstripe. This is a metallic red pinstripe. It looks super cool. I figured it matched the accents. If you're ever going to wrap anything like this and do a two-tone, the hardest part of this whole job was measuring. So I needed to do it not just on this side, but I also had to measure on that side to make it look symmetrical and even, because if you have something even the slightest off, it just looks horrible. So after I took everything off, this right here, as you could see, I ended up, the metallic flake, you could kind of see in this picture. It shines really good. You can see where the flat here and the metallic flat, they're both matte, but this is just a metallic flake in it. So it has a little more shine than the actual matte black that absorbs everything. Yeah, so this is what I did. I ended up measuring. There's actually a seam right here in your tank that goes straight down, and I measured from that seam both ways, and I did about every 3 inches. I measured to make sure I knew how much to go here all the way down, and then I did it on the other side. And it actually turned out really good. I mean, the measuring system, let's see here from this side. There you go. So the measuring, as you could see, here's the front and here's the back. So you can see how that just went down towards the bottom right here. And then on this one, you could see from the front how it went down that way. So other than the measuring, that took the longest time out of the whole job. But I mean, it was worth it. You can see I got my masking tape right here. I got my pinstripe tape. The pinstripe, what I did is you lay it down, like it just comes straight off this roll like that. So I didn't have to do two separate pinstripes. It came like that. You lay it down, and I recommend doing the thicker line where the the wrap meets over the regular paint, only because it hides it better. The thin line would be just super hard. It probably wouldn't even be straight if you really looked at it. So that's the way that I do that. just for some tips, here you go. Here's with the tank on. As you can see, here's the horn cover that I told you I painted. It's gloss black. So I just threw in a couple different like accents to it. This right here, I do not have my ape hangers on these pictures. I just put the ape hangers on last night, got everything ready. This was just pretty much, this was how it was all summer. And this right here, the Harley logo, I actually had my aunt make those. She printed them off, and then yeah, I ended up like just by eye measurement. I held a string up and I knew how far I had a tape measure, and I ended up holding out how far this way, how far from the top. You can't really get a good idea coming from the backside or coming from the bottom because of the way that the tank's shaped. So I based it kind of going in about how much I like held it up. I figured out kind of where I wanted it and which angle I wanted it at. And then, yeah, I measured on this side, went on the other side. Oh, yeah, I also painted this bezel piece in the middle. That's supposed to be chrome. So, on my ape hanger video, if you want to see the bike a little bit more like tore apart and stuff, you could see it in that video. And, yeah, you could definitely see what it kind of like looks like. Here you go. Here's a front fairing. Right here, I measured again. And this one, like I said, I went with this body line right here. So this body line is where I started down here. And then when I put it on, and I knew the wrap was just going to go all the way to the end. That's the way I wanted it. If you want to do it, I mean, you could even go from this line to this line and just have the centerpiece with whatever color you want. Whatever color you have, you don't even have to have a matte bike. You could wrap, it's actually probably better to wrap on the clear coat of a paint. But the matte worked perfect. I'm not gonna lie. The way that I prepped it, everything that I did, also painted this headlight bezel around here. So just the little stuff. Like I said, you know from the channel, I got all my kids. I got all my gaming stuff. I do everything else. So this is just a hobby. I love it. Customizing the bike, but yeah, I mean, just a little stuff here. Everything that I could do on my own, I try to do. This is a Clockworks windshield I have on it. I didn't really talk about much about what I actually have on my bike in the video, but there's a Clockworks windshield. This is awesome. It has the huge bubble right here on each side, and it's not big enough to look gaudy and ugly, I think. I think it looks sleek and cool still because of the pullback on it. And yeah, it works perfect with my ape hangers. So but yeah, this is where I wrapped it. As you can see, I have the thick line here covering where the two wraps meet. Here's a full side view. Here are the bags that I did. So I wrapped right here. There's actually a body line that goes straight across here on the bags. And I ended up putting the wrap from the bags there all the way across down. And then I ended up cutting it, and I used cutting tape, which actually worked really good. I do recommend getting that when you get this and you're putting that on. But yeah, as you could see, the measurement, we already went over the tank right here. I went from this angle here in the middle, you know, had my finger there, measured from the top, and then just kind of, you do one side and then you could do the other. That's actually a bigger than normal factory logo, and I'm happy I did it. It's about a quarter to a half inch bigger, and I'm happy I did do it because it really does stand out a lot more. And then there you go. There's the end. That's a bike running. Here's another side view right here. And then here's the whole bike while it's running. As you can see, the windshield a little bit better. It has more pullback, and then it comes up, and actually my ape hangers come right to here, right at this corner, which is amazing. Like, it's like that windshield was made for them. It fits perfect. So yeah, there's the seat. I mean, I love my factory seat. I don't see myself getting anything else. My wife, she sits on it. She rides with me all the time. She loves it. It's not uncomfortable by no means. I might end up getting some like smoked out turn signal lenses here. Uh, Maybe a LED daymaker headlamp. That's not like a necessity. It's not something I need, but something cool, just something to keep going. I love the way I actually asked for these chrome pipes. I talked about that in my video. You can't really see too much, but these Cobra pipes, uh, I really like. I went with the chrome. These are stock headers. I just got the pipes, but I love the chrome. It offsets the black. Like I said, it worked out perfect with the paint because it's like a matte metallic, and then you got some chrome, you got the black. I got the gloss black bars. The reason I actually painted all this gloss black was because of the bars. So I knew I was going to get gloss black bars. I didn't want chrome bars. So I ended up painting all these gloss black. And yeah, I mean, the little accents make the bike what it is. It's amazing. I have it lowered 1.5 inches in the rear, so I lowered that. That was an awesome kit. I think I'm going to leave the front end alone. I would like to rake it, but to be honest with you, I do really like the way that I have this bike set up with the look, the factory wheel. I mean, if I wanted to go to a 19, but that's like, $1,500. That isn't really a necessity. So I think that wheel's good. I think the whole bike looks good the way it is. The bars definitely made it over the top. I think that's probably where I'm gonna stop. But yeah, that's it. Neons. I'll probably throw some neon glows and stuff like that. Just that way we're more visible at nighttime. Because nowadays, with all these crazy drivers, you never know who's going to be on the road. So, but yeah, that's my review. Like I said, the wrap, just make sure you heat it. Like, throw the heat gun on it, spray it down with some heat. Uh, you set it down whenever you're doing things like this where you're measuring. You measure down and you lay it, and then let's go back. So like here, what I'll do is I'll measure from this point to this point, and then I'll kind of go, like I said, I started from here, and then I just kind of went up, and then on this side I just mirrored it, and I measured it from going from here, measured every so often. You lay down the cutting tape, you heat up the wrap, and then you overlay on the cutting tape. So like I laid it from like here all the way down to the edge, right? All the way past it. And like I said, there's a bunch of wrap videos out there, so if you really want to learn how to wrap, it'll show you how to heat it up and put it down. But then after you laid it down, smeared, stretched, got it around the edges, try not to pull too much. The matte silver hides any flaws as well, I've noticed. If you do end up putting anything down, then you like overstretch it. This job, it wasn't overstretched. It actually came out perfect. But I have seen people where they overstretch it, and the darker the color, the more it shows because you're just stretching that color out. But a lighter color like this, you couldn't even tell if you did overstretch it. Uh, but yeah, then you lay it down, then you pull the cutting tape, and that's what makes this clean line. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a little review right here on the bike. Uh, Drop a like, subscribe. I'm getting ready to go live right after this. I think I might be playing some Fortnite. Uh, so yeah, go ahead, join the live stream if you want to watch, say what's up. For every 50 viewers I end up getting, I'm going to go ahead and donate something. So I'm going to go ahead and give some skins. But yeah, just let me know, comment down below if you were thinking about wrapping your bike, what you want to wrap. Anybody out there, if you want the ape hangers, if you want to learn how to put that on or see what this bike looks like with it on, go ahead and check my video I just posted today. And I'll leave it at